Hello, everybody. Today is March 31st. Welcome to The Source. Today's show is Global Women's Empowerment. This is a show for the unification and empowerment of all women everywhere, bringing women together from local to global, physically with gatherings in each town, as well as virtually through the internet, uniting all the women's movements that are on this planet, all the women's organizations, and putting out a rally call for support and empowerment of the yin energy, the feminine energy here on our planet that's within all of us. The Holy Spirit flows through us all, helping us to be more in touch with each other and the earth, the elements, and all life, as it is all one energy, one spirit, all the same molecules and matter. We're all one. Thank you for joining us here with this show, tuning in at your own time. This show, we have created a project management space within Google Drive, and there is a series of action steps that we are already beginning to take. I'm going to go ahead and show you a brief image of the Google Doc, project management space. Feel free to get involved at your leisure, and definitely join us every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Global Women's Empowerment, as you are the ones, we collectively are the ones that come together and that form such a team that could unify all women everywhere and rally and bring together all women's movements, women's organizations on the planet as one organization, 3.75 billion individuals strong. Actually more, because we know the men are coming too. 7 billion strong. We're on our way. So let's see here. Share screen, bring up the project management space here. We are in the stage of identifying the concept. What is global women's empowerment? So in that first stage, we are also developing our systems like these project management spaces, space for chat, which Slack is a great space for that. Identifying roles, who is doing what, as we build a leadership team, bring together a board of directors per se, as we meet every Friday here. Identifying our marketing strategies, our promotion strategies, how we're going to appear out there in the world with graphics, with design, with presentation, websites, social media presences, our ideal collaborators who individually in our networks would be amazing addition to this, and what organizations, what movements, what projects would be excellent to bring into this to showcase. This is a live show. It's a great opportunity for anyone to present what they're already doing within this field, per se, which is just anything good, period. And then what we do together as a team is we promote. We are empowering. We are uniting and empowering by putting out messages of unity, empowerment, and sharing media of all the good things that we're all doing together for all of our projects. So, hello.
Hello, how are you?
We are live.
Yes, I see.
Was just presenting a little bit of what we have already in place
Okay.
the show, for the project. Do you have anything, or you want me to just continue?
Go ahead and continue. I don't have anything right now, but I'm looking at what you have up,
Cool.
which I have not opened yet. So good. I get to see it right now.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, all of our projects, all of our shows have this project management space.
Okay.
It's just a document as of now, where all of our leaders can come on here and get caught up and identify what role, like what they wish to do as a part of this project and show. And we create a list of leaders that we wish to invite to join us, and organizations and movements that we wish to invite to come on here and showcase what they're doing, building out spaces, websites, and social media presences, and Slack chat space for us all to meet like throughout the week, and weekly newsletter for us to put out regular updates, social media push, identifying our messaging and putting together great content that we can all share together, ongoing, and whatnot, having minutes for each meeting so that we can keep updated all the people that come on later on, and keep everybody involved when they're not able to make a show or a meeting. And then lastly, a professional letter that we will be typing up that we will all send out to all the leaders and organizations out there to invite them into this space and this project and global women's empowerment.
That's very nice, very good. And I loved everything you shared on the last show, too. I'm sorry I haven't been able to help more with everything that's going on here.
Yeah.
But soon, hopefully. I'm definitely interested.
Definitely. Well, thank you for your support. Thank you very much. The next document here is our list of ideal collaborators, which just started it out with a number of websites and some newsworthy information and events that that are also worthy of our attention. And then as we come together more and more, we can put together lists of individuals in our networks as well. I have a list of probably hundreds that I will just continue to tag them in posts on Facebook, and I'll put the invite out. But these shows, they start out as, you know, in the beginning, I start out as a host and as a project manager, but ultimately each show, individuals show up that have these skill sets and that seek to be hosts and project managers and step into each of the roles for each project. And our show yesterday was really cool, actually. The Standing Rock Pipeline show has gotten to a point where it's a little ahead of some of the other shows because we started that project with a core group before the show actually went live, and got a lot of this basic groundwork in place and systems in place, and rallied some leaders early on. And yesterday, Brittany Johnson, she brought on a couple individuals that are actually at Washington, D.C. that are, because Standing Rock, you know, kind of got closed a little there, all the leaders that were at Standing Rock are now spread around the world and are taking action, you know, at different levels or different locales, or even taking on other Standing Rocks in their local areas per se. So these two individuals are in Washington, D.C., and they are literally walking into all sorts of government buildings, and you know, they're handing paperwork that says that if we're arresting these individuals and getting the forces to help them and bring justice, seeking to bring the President Trump into justice very soon, and many different officials that have been a part of a lot of fraud and whatnot. So Brittany brought those two individuals on a live show yesterday, and she ended up essentially hosting and interviewing them and facilitating. So that's kind of what will happen with a lot of these shows is, certain individuals will like to be a host, and some will like to project manage and move this forward. And there'll be so many individuals and organizations to showcase, to just bring on here and give them the air to just present what they're doing, so we can promote that.
I did finally see that one. I did watch it. That was a kick.
Yeah, it was so fun. I just think the energy that flowed through them and the panel, they were very guided and very supported spiritually. And they, there's a lot of things that came through them, channel wise, and then the joy that just people tell that, that's what we need more of, is like individuals that are that, empowered spiritually, that have taken the risk, that have shed the layers of their old self to a point where they just are showing up in the world impeccably and doing exactly the highest action step that the source, God, creator, consciousness is planting in their heart. And knowing that they're supported and we create our own reality, and just being that example to the world.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'll do next is I'll do a little bit more gathering of websites, and this helped me to feel more, I can see it more clearly. But ultimately, what we're doing does not exist yet, and that's all of a lot of our projects. That's what we're doing is to unify that last step of like unifying all women's movements. This should be so easy. So let's see here. Women's empowerment. 2017. Maybe we'll get a couple of that calendar, maybe. Women's empowerment, building a lasting empire. PNC Arena, that is Pittsburgh. Saturday, April 22, 11 a.m. It's cool to also see the blueprint, what's going on around the world, and then we can encourage this blueprint to be duplicated anywhere by anyone who wishes to do it in their local area, or connect in with these organizations and easily duplicate it. Tickets can purchase online. Local state to purchase events. Tickets. Save. Groups of 10 winners save $2. So what is the ultimate catch here? Here we go. Okay, Women's Empowerment 2017. Keynote speaker is Taraji P. Henson. Announced performers include CeCe Winans, Hezekiah Walker, and Jermaine Dowley. Stay tuned for more editions. Radio 1 of Raleigh presents Women's Empowerment 2017. Women's Empowerment and Networking Expo was created in 1985 in honor of Women's History Month. This event was formed with the purpose of inspiring, encouraging, and educating. Throughout this expo-style event, workshops, seminars, and lectures are conducted that focus on physical, mental, spiritual, financial, and emotional health. The goal of the entire event is to motivate, inspire, and rejuvenate all who are in attendance.
Nice.
This year's keynote speaker is NAACP Image Award winner and Academy Award nominee Taraji P. Henson. Taraji's breakthrough role came in 2001 as Yvette in John Singleton's Baby Boy. Since then, she has diversified her portfolio by securing roles in projects such as The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Think Like a Man, Person of Interest, and Hustle and Flow. Her work as Cookie Lion on Fox's hit series Empire has earned her a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Television Series Drama. Raji's most recent role as Katherine Johnson in film Hidden Figures garnered the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in the Motion Picture. Okay. Some sponsors there as well. So that's pretty cool. Go ahead and save this little calendar going. Calendar. And then April 22. Okay. Let's see. Same one, or is this a different? Same one. A little more information.
Oh.
Yes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Generally, African American lean to it in a big city. For that is very important.
Yep.
Yeah. Next one. Same one probably. Yep, same one. There's a group here in Raleigh, North Carolina for sure. Oh, okay, Melania.
I saw that. Yeah. Love it.
It's all connected, you know.
Yeah.
Women's Empowerment Panel, the White House. Nice. She's urging women's empowerment in her speech. I gotta check this out.
Check it out.
Let's see. I don't want to watch the whole thing at the moment, but let's just check out the news first.
Okay.
All right. First Lady Melania Trump called for women's empowerment and celebration of diversity in rare remarks Wednesday morning at the State Department. As leaders of our shared global economy, we must continue to work towards gender empowerment and respect for people, all backgrounds and ethnicities, remembering always that we are all ultimately members of one race, human race. Each one of us is uniquely different. Trump said, hey, you stop. Honoring 12 women at the 2017 Secretary of State's International Women of Courage. Let's save that. There's so many resources. It's just like goes on and on and on and on. There. Okay. The awards honor women across the globe who have overcome injustice, from domestic violence to environmental disaster to gender bias to asset violence, and gone on to transform their societies, often in the face of personal danger. We must continue once again to shine a light on the horrendous atrocities taking place around the corner and around the globe. Said, we must continue to fight injustice in all its forms, in whatever scale or shape it takes in our lives. Together, we must declare that the era of allowing brutality against women and children is over, while affirming that the time for empowering women around the world is now. For wherever women are diminished, the entire world is diminished with them. Wednesday's event was Trump's first formal on-camera speech since her husband took office. She made brief remarks thanking attendees at the inaugural ball, and though she gave a speech at the White House on International Women's Day, reporters were escorted out of the room before she spoke. The State Department event comes as she continues slowly to embrace her First Lady spotlight. Trump spoke broadly and did not mention her husband or his administration during her 10-minute remarks, signaling a desire to remain above the partisan fray. Very cool.
Yeah.
I was honored to share the stage with the amazing recipients of the IWOC Awards. Thank you for your courage and determination. I'm a follower. Following you, Melania. 7 million followers.
Wow.
Art. Like, I could actually share the show here. Oops. Well, I guess I do that. Let's see here. Retweet. Like this tweet. Like, retweets. Do this. Reply. Here we go. We'll just have her on the show.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You know, it's going to happen pretty fast, all this. Join us. Global Women's. Just share the link and the phone number. Yes, that's my back. A lot of stuff there.
And Doran, I have to leave in 5 minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
And I'll be in Florida next Friday, but I'll try to tune in even from Florida.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you have anything to share? Global Women's Empowerment?
Gosh.
What do you feel the most important step is, or action step is for an individual or woman to be more empowered in the world?
Well, I guess I can only go from my perspective and the women I know and what we deal with. And I know we're out in the world, but a lot of it has to deal with us in our home environment. And a lot about nurturing ourselves, nurturing others, and respecting ourselves and respecting others. Nothing's really coming to mind right now. It's more a feeling, and it's hard to describe. Feelings sometimes are hard to describe, but it's a care and respect for all, and that's all that's coming to me right now. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I was thinking. I've heard you speak a million times. So I know. Starts within, starts with yourself, starts with, yes, personal care, really being with yourself, your body, tuning in, just being.
And it's really true. You can't expect anything to happen in your outer world if you don't have it in your inner world. So it's just really important. Women want and need respect, we have to start respecting ourselves and each other as women and as people on the planet. And I do believe it's starting to happen in some circles, and it is definitely on the forefront. That's why there's so much on the net about it, and the president, it's a big thing right now. And so I'm really glad you're doing this show. And once I finish caretaking with my own parents, then I'll be able to add more for sure, because I am very, even my website, this is a topic I'm very, very interested in. It's personal, and
Absolutely.
I think, yeah. And I appreciate you doing this show and putting it out there.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and ultimately it's like we're just lacking in energy and support overall if we don't process emotion, if we don't acknowledge anything within the self that is of our old limiting self, of our old, like, whatever happened in the past, or fears we hold
Right.
to, or limited beliefs about ourselves, or putting ourselves in boxes of identifying as something that is not who we truly are. And just by, like, being with self, and allowing the emotion and those things to come up to the surface, and being
Right.
that energy that comes up is so profound to release it, and then, like, to be so much more supported by spirit. You get, like, this huge power up every time you process
Mm-hmm.
some of the stuff. So it's just
Right, because if we don't face the shadow and the past and things that happen, and we don't let the emotion come out, because often we blocked it when it was originally happening, then we can't expand and we can't be free, and then we're just doomed to repeat the past, which is what happens a lot. And a lot of it is subconscious, and we don't even realize it, and we don't understand why the same thing is happening over and over, and why isn't our life and our world and our relationships the way we'd like it to be. So it is really important. And most people run from pain, what they perceive as pain. They run from emotion, all kinds of emotion. But they don't often run from anger, because anger pushes everybody away. So, and most people, they're not comfortable being with themselves and their emotion. They'll find anything to cover it up, anything to push it back down, anything to hide it. And it is a big, big factor. And now we can't. I don't feel we can now. I feel the energies on the planet and what is going on. We can no longer hide, run, or pretend that these things aren't there. They're all coming up.
indeed. So, okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great was it a cup of hot chocolate, right?
Yep. You saw the text. Okay. I will talk to you later. I don't know if you're going to finish the show, but thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we were just reading this article here, which is really cool to see it showing up in the world. As we hold it in our field, as we hold it in our awareness, it shows up through all the versions of ourselves in the world, all humanity. It becomes to, really become prevalent. Let's see. So we're done with that article. Pretty cool. Maybe I'll promote that a little bit. Promote any of this, really. So much good stuff happening in the world. Back here, so we're at about the 30-minute mark. Doing great. Remarks by President Trump. Radio 1 rally announces women's empowerment 2017. Check that out. Okay. So Radio 1 rally announces women's empowerment 2017 keynote speaker Oh, to Roger P. Henson. Oh, so 23rd Women's Empowerment this year will take place. Yeah, PNC. Oh, PNC Arena's in Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, it's not Pittsburgh. Got it. Got it. Look at that. Good cast. Good group there. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, has quite a presence, that event. Oh, we found another one. Do you believe? Maryland. Maryland. Oh, something else. Conference free. That's good. Awesome. And then community empowerment summit. Third one. Okay. The Green Women's Empowerment Conference. Free. By Living True Living You. Transformational Living. May 13th. Baltimore, Maryland. Grow, learn, elevate, admire, mentor. Free. Boom. Shine brightly, especially with reflective light. Shine, glimmer, blink, glitter, shimmer, sparkle. As women, we are all meant to shine. Let's shine together. This is a labor of love. Come out and spend a day of growing, laughing, healing, loving, and bonding. This is a day of sisterhood and empowerment. This conference is free for all women of all ages. We will have speakers, a panel, live performances, vendors, shopping, and more surprises. In today's age of reality television shows and social media, women are being torn apart with lies, backstabbing, and jealousy. I want more for women. We are more alike than different. If you're looking for an event that is positive and fun, join us on Saturday, May 13th, 11 a.m. Be an inspiration and a positive force in your sister's life. Strong women lift each other. We also make the weak strong through support and love. We are our sister's keeper. Under Lance of Living True Love, Living True, Living You, Transformational Life Coaching. Empowerment speakers, live performances, panel discussion, Q&A, exhale therapy session. Vendors, event surprises, and more. Topics: health and wellness, self-love, vegan life, domestic violence, marriage and divorce, career development, breast cancer awareness, survival, infertility, entrepreneurship, real estate, financial literacy, mental illness, relationships, planning, design, parenting, healing, forgiveness, and more. Register today as spaces are limited. Register and bring a friend. You don't want to just hear about the event, you want to be there. Please arrive 15 to 30 minutes early for check-in. We will have a full schedule and want to start on time. Special moments in the very beginning, you're not going to plenty of free parking. If you're interested in donating or being sponsored at this event, please contact Kendall. Like to give Northwestern High School his space to hello. Nope, school sits on the corner. Perfect. And reopen registration for another 100 people. Small gifts available for the first 100 ladies who arrive. However, the biggest gift is being here. It sounds like right up our alley. Very cool. Living True, Living You, Transformational Life Coaching. Our mission. Life L. Life is meant to live in color. T. Time is precious. L. Live your life on purpose. Why? You are extraordinary. If you're not living the best life, then you are not living at all. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We can promote that. Okay. And let's just do one. April 7th, Community Empowerment Summit for Women by Love International Fellowship. April 7th to 9th in Washington, D.C. The women's team at Love International Fellowship is proud to host the Keeping It Real and Deal so the sisters can heal and top community empowerment summit. Summit schedule is Friday night and evening with gospel sensation with June Thompson, Saturday empowerment breakfast at 9 a.m. and summit panels beginning at 1. We've opened the summit up to women from all walks of life with emphasis on unchurched, hurt, single, and young mothers, those who feel lost, left out. Join us to not regret it. Straightforward to the point. Beautiful. Multi-church women's gathering. One going on there. So much. Awesome. Empowered to Impact. Multi-church women's gathering, Saturday, April 22. Wow. April 22. That's the date of Earth Day, which is the date that we put the message out yesterday that will be Earth Freedom Day. And billions of people around the world will be celebrating Earth Freedom Day. And even on the White House lawn, which is the greenhouse now, as we will paint it green and plant food and hemp and all around the White House and celebrate and have a big party, carnival of love, freedom of community, of health and wellness and abundance and unity of all. So April 22 is looking to be quite the day. Multi-church women's gathering, Bridge Community Church, Ashburn, Virginia. An evening to bring women who love Jesus together from many different denominations and churches so that we can learn from each other, serve together to further advance His kingdom. We will have the opportunity to hear from 7 fabulous speakers from 7 different denominational churches in Loudoun County and share dinner together as we exchange experiences and ideas to impact ourselves, our family, our community, and beyond. I love it. I love it. We're doing it, guys. We are manifesting this everywhere. We're doing the good work. Okay. Well, I think I will cut that short at that point here. It's been almost 40 minutes. This has been Global Women's Empowerment. Welcome to the source. Thank you for tuning in. I love you all. God bless you. May you be lifted up and through all your challenges. May miracles be your every moment. May love and abundance be yours, your family, your friends, and all in your life. Thank you all.